Hello everyone, I welcome you all to this course Certification in Quantity Surveying, and we are dealing with the quantity of the rate analysis, and the next concept that we are going to deal with is the tile flooring. We are just going to talk about this material quantities like cement, sand and the tiles that we are going to need. So in this what we are going to do, we are just going to have the tile quantity for the flooring as well as the skirting. So both the quantities will be included as the flooring and skirting is been done in all together. So we are going to focus on. Along with it, the same charges that whatever we have discussed will be kept along with it. We are going to have the cost of the labor rates and their costing total. So let us understand first of all the problem statement. We are given with the room of size 6 meter by 5 meter and mortar thickness that it is the tiles are going to rely on. It is a 50 mm 5 centimeter. Then the cement to sand ratio is 1:6. The tile size is provided to be 0.3 by 0.3 and the wall thickness is 0.3 also. So this thickness is given to be 0.3. This is the 0.3 thickness. Okay, so now first of all we need to calculate the number of tiles that we are going to have. So based on that we can calculate the costing for the tiles, as the other component is a proportion of the cement and sand, and it is going to be same as for the other quantities that we have calculated. So let us go for first of all calculating the quantity for the tiles. So understand what is the area of the room floor only. So we have this room floor from end to end, that is 6 by 5 given, 6 meter by 5 meter. So that is 6 by 5 meter, and plus this door opening we need to add because there will be also tiles. So now what is the door opening size? That is 1 meter in a width and in a length 1 meter, and 0.3 is the width of the wall. That is going to be 30.3 meter square is the total area of this floor only. Next one. So we already have discussed that we are going to consider the skirting also. So for that skirting, let us assume the height of the skirting to be 3 inches from the bottom of the start of the tiles. So that is equal to, we need to convert into the meter, that is equal to 0.0762 meter. Based on that, now where the skirting is going to be, what exactly is skirting is extra tiles, smaller tiles that is been provided so as to protect the wall from the moisture. Along with whenever we clean the floors, we always find that the water is getting accumulated at the corners, and to avoid the entry of the water into the wall we need to provide the skirting. So skirting is a vertical extra tile that is been provided along the length of the wall, which is going to protect the wall from the injury also, as we are going to keep the furniture or anything. The edges of the furniture might collide with the wall and that can damage the wall. So to protect that, we need to provide the skirting. So the where it is provided along the perimeter of the room. So now to call what is the perimeter of the room? That is 2 into this 6 plus 5 plus 6 plus 5, that is 2 times 6 plus 2 times 5 minus this width of the wall, that is 1. So that value comes out to be 1 meter. Now what will be the skirting area? This is length, and what is the height of the skirting area? That is this one. So length into height of the tiles, that is equal to 1.6002 meter square is the quantity of the skirting. So now we have calculated for the room floor and for the skirting. We just need to add them together. Therefore the total area for the tiling is equal to room floor area plus skirting tile area, that is equal to 31.999002 meter square. Next one. Now what is the area for one tile? That is 0.3 by 0.3, which has been given into the problem statement itself, 0.3 by 0.3, and therefore the area comes out to be 0.09 meter square. Therefore number of tiles, how we are going to calculate? Total area of tiling divided by area of one tile, that is equal to 31.9002 divided by 0.09. The value comes out to be 354.45 numbers. We need to add the 5% wastages at the tile go through the cutting, and for the skirting we need to do the cutting of the tile. So in that there might be loss, or sometimes the case might happen some broken tiles have arrived, or they might get broken because of some mishandling. So for that we need to add the 5% of wastage. So after addition of the wastage, the value comes out to be 372.17. So nearly let us consider 373 tiles we are going to need. So now one box of tile contains 13 tiles. It depends upon the size of the tile, that how many tiles are going to be there in a one box. It can range from 4 tiles till like 15-20 tiles also. So our size is 3.3 by 0.3. So these are the tiles mostly coming in 12 to 13 or 14 tiles per boxes. So let us consider 13 tiles per box, 13 number of tiles. We are going to calculate. Now we have calculated number of tiles, that is 377 divided by tiles in a one box 13. So nearly 28.69 is 29 boxes we are going to need for this total tiling work. Other quantity is the cement mortar, and this is the simplest format of this calculation of the cement mortar. So we know the weight volume of the cement mortar is equal to, how we are going to calculate the total area of room that we have, only room now. We don't need to go for the skirting. Uh, uh, Plus into the mortar thickness that is been given to be 50 mm, that we are going to put it over here. So now the weight volume is coming to be 1.515 meter cube. Now how we are going to have the dry volume, as we have discussed into previous brickwork and other mortars, we need to add the 35% extra, that is equal to 1.35 into weight volume. That dry volume comes out to be 2.045 meter cube. So now how we are going to calculate the quantity for the cement for this 2.045 meter cube mortar, as the same as the previous one. How we are going to do that? Proportion of the cement, that is 1 divided by sum of the proportions into the quantity of the total dry volume of your mortar, that is 2.045 into this quantity will give me in a meter cube. I need the quantity in a kg, so I'll just multiply by the density of the cement. I'll get this 420.69 kg. So now we know that one bag of cement is of 50 kg, which is around 350 rupees. Therefore number of bag will be this quantity divided by 50, that is 8.41, into the cost of the cement bag is 350 rupees. So total of 2943 rupees and 50 paise will be the quantity of the cost of the cement we are going to need. Next one, how we are going to calculate the sand quantity? Same, we are going to convert it to the feet, as the most of the time on site these discussions are with the feet only, and we know the multiplication factor 1 meter cube is equal to 35.3147 feet cube. So again, how we are going to calculate the quantity of the sand? Proportion of the sand, that is in a 1:6 is a 6 divided by sum of the proportions into the quantity that we are dealing with calculation, and this multiplication factor to convert all this to the feet cube. So the quantity coming out to be 61.90 feet cube. So now the market rate we have considered and kept constant throughout the analysis, that is 40. So we'll just multiply to this quantity, we'll get the rate for the sand also. So now we got the rate for tiles and sand and cement, all three. So we'll just put it into the table where we are going to mention tile, cement and sand, the units, box, bags and the cubic feet. The quantity that we have calculated we'll put, and the rates we have. The tiles are around one box of tile for the 13.3 by 0.3 is around 850 to 900 rupees. I would consider 850 rupees, and the cement bag and sand have kept constant throughout. So this will be the cost, that is 30,069 rupees. Nearly 70 rupees we are going to need for this materials we will need for this tile flooring. Now how many labors that we are going to need? Now in case of the flooring, we have generally thumb rule with this. So amount of this much amount of work we are going to need 1 mistri to 4 mazdoor and 2 bistri, that's coolie. So their rates are as per this. So we are just going to multiply them, and we are going to get this quantity of the total 2000 of rupees. This these types of work are mostly given on general type, that I'll give you the 2500 rupees in the 2000 rupees, 4 to 5 10 square feet area per 10 rupees per square feet area, kind of this type of work is given for the labors. So this is a 2000 is the general cost that they give for this much amount of work. So the last one, we need to merge these values together plus them, so that we get the total cost of labor and material. And again the same sheet wherein we are going to calculate for the water charges, overhead expenses, equipments and tools and contractor profit. So we will be calculating all these values with respect to this value, that is the cost of cement and materials and labor together. So the values are calculated with respect to that. So whatever this value is here, so these values are mentioned in this format. So now how we are going to calculate the value of A? A is equal to, over written over here, subtotal cost 1 plus water charges. How many are the water charges? This is the water charges. So we calculate the quantity of A. So now we are going to calculate the quantity of B. B is equal to A plus overhead charges. Overhead charges is a 2% of the core value. Then similarly, C is equal to B plus equipments and tools. C is equal to B plus equipments and tools, and this final value is equal to, finally is the total amount that we are going to need is equal to C plus contractor profit. This is a contractor profit. I just in total we are going to need nearly 36,880 rupees. So nearly 37,000 rupees are we are going to need for the analysis and for this construction of the tile flooring in that 5 by 6 room. I wish you all the best. Thank you so much.